From Nashville Christian on the campus of the Eagles, this is Mike McPherson with the broadcast, along with Andrew Atkins, of a history-making first ever JV game that we're calling. And our girls' game with Mount Juliet Christian got canceled. They did not have enough girls, hoping to reschedule that. But we're going to be playing Mount Juliet JV. So we're going to give you this action, and then right after that, our varsity boys will be in action. I apologize, I don't have the roster for Mount Juliet, so we'll just refer to each one of their players as a player for Mount Juliet. But for Nashville Christian, K.Y. Young is going to be jumping in there, Jason Dixon, and he's going to tip hopefully back to Brandon Smith, Tyler Morris on the right side, and Ben Magner at the fourth spot. So Tyler Morris sets the court against the 2-3 zone, works at the KY. We've got a double low post inside with Chaston and Magner. We move the ball around the horn, and we're going to throw the ball away as Tyler Morris was cutting toward the basket, and KY didn't read it and threw it out of bounds. Mount Juliet will take over. We just started action, so we hope those of you that are not able to get out can enjoy the game. We go man-to-man, and Mount Juliet's going to walk with the ball, no call. Out top, we pinch and help nicely. Good denial there, good pressure by our man-to-man defense. Is Mount Juliet running a passing cut offense, 5-out motion. And Magner out to guard the ball on the right wing, dribbled to the left, and it's going to be deflected away. Ben almost picks it up. They bring the ball back in the front court. Mount Juliet will try to set their court. Good pressure by the Eagles so far. Good help by Morris. KY closes out on the ball. Now Magner, long three by Mount Juliet, rims out, no good. Dixon, freshman, with the ball. He's going to lose the ball in back court, and number 15 is going to fire a three, and good. So Mount Juliet gets on the board with a turnover, our second turnover, 6:50 to go. We trail 3-0. Morris back out top, Smith back to Morris. They play catch. He guns a three, no good. KY inside, pushed off a little bit, gets the board. Dixon, and we throw it away, our third turnover. 6:35 to go, so rough start for the Eagles. We trail 3-0. Ball swung to the left side, and now a ball and screen and roll. We guard it pretty good. Ball worked around the perimeter. Mount Juliet passing and cutting on each release of the ball. Jason Dixon's got the man in the corner now. Top KY. KY. Now Dixon trying to keep the ball there in the corner. We deny hard. Deflected away. Tyler gets around on the denial nicely. Gives to Smith. Smith rolling past the time. Long to Magner. Magner in for the reverse layup. Good! And we're on the boards at 5:58 of the first quarter, making it 3-2. Mount Juliet is stripped. Brandon Smith stepped on the line. They may have called kicking the ball. Great job by Brandon. Nice hands, pickpocketing the Mount Juliet guard, and almost had a half-court drive. But as it is, Mount Juliet leading 3-2 with 5:48 to go in the first quarter. Mount Juliet to inbounds against man-to-man pressure, and they run their 5-out motion. Dixon going after the steal, not there. And we're going to get a call, and walking on Mount Juliet Christian. So Nashville Christian inbounds the ball back court, side back court. Morris will hand the ball to freshman Brandon Smith, who will walk past the timeline and set the court. Make that back to Morris. 2-3 zone Mount Juliet. We come with a high post. It's KY looks, kicks it over here to Brandon, who lays it down. Nothing there. Hit inside nicely. The KY layup is no good. They're going to call a walk. Our fourth turnover early. Nice cut and a nice pass by Smith, hitting him, diving to the hole, and Mount Juliet subbing in. Again, we apologize for not having the Mount Juliet lineup. Perhaps we can get that at the half. Mount Juliet Academy past the timeline. Smith comes out to pick up the ball. Ball to the left side. Good pressure there by Nashville Christian. That's Tyler Morris, the tie-dye. Pressuring him nicely. Reached and got a clean deflection, but then turned the shoulder and popped him, and will pick up the personal. 5:17 to go. Mount Juliet leads 3-2 here in the opening JV game for Nashville Christian. And nice anticipation by Dixon, steals it. He's going to give to the trailer, throws it away, our 5th turnover. Dixon probably should have kept it. In the corner, Mount Juliet walks with the ball, no call. They say he left the pivot foot down. Again, they're running their pass and cut, and we're defending it pretty well. And here's a nice cut after the pass. We didn't defend that quite as well as we didn't front the cutter. Ball deflected out by Nashville Christian. Gage Smith checking into the lineup along with Blake Vinny. Out goes Magner and Morris. So we zone it out of bounds, pick it up pretty nicely there. Good job there. Force the ball to the corner. Vinny forces the ball back to the middle nicely. We stay in the 2-3, and we didn't switch, but Chaston Dixon makes up for it with a rejection into the concession stand. 4:43 to go in a low-scoring, typical JV game. Both teams struggling a little bit on offense. Ball thrown out top, and Mount Juliet tries to hit a back cutter. Gage picked him up pretty nicely. We're still in the 2-3, but we extend it much like man-to-man pressure. But this time they get loose and chased him with another rejection. Vinny hands it over to Smith. Smith down the right side. Backs out of there. Between the legs, bounce nicely into Dixon, layup. Good! Make that KY, and he was fouled. Smith found him nicely, and KY came open on the baseline right underneath the goal to give us a 4-3 lead at the 4:23 mark of the first quarter. So our first lead of the game, we gave up a 3 early and have shut them out since then. KY, Isaac, guns it, back rim, no good. Mount Juliet into front court. And they're going to lose the ball, picked up by Dixon. Dixon past the timeline, lobs ahead to Smith, makes a nice save and had to get rid of it, was about to travel, so smartly did get rid of it, and luckily the ball was deflected out by Mount Juliet. 4:11 to go, we lead by 1. Blake Vinny to set the inbounds play, and Smith comes open the corner and said they give to the other Smith, who will gun left side, in and out. Nice rebound, KY, no good, puts it back up, good. No, it will not go in, and I can't see. The ball goes off the rim, no good, but he'll go to the line for 2. As Young did a great job of hitting the boards, the ball simply would not go in. 4:02 to go. KY will eye the mark for the first of 2. Guns it, makes it. Got the shooter's rolled off the front end of the rim. 5-3 Eagles, 4:02 to go first quarter. Again, our girls' game was canceled. If you just joined us, they did not have quite enough players. KY nets the second one, 6-3, 4 minutes to go first quarter. Mount Juliet running their motion. This time, no good, the shot. Dixon comes out of there, and we are running. Here we come down. Dixon takes it all the way, lays it up. Good! Nice coast to coast, traveling all the way down Sawyer Brown Road. Chaston Dixon takes it all the way for an 8-3 lead. 3:35 to go. And Mount Juliet with a nice backdoor, but they do not finish. KY comes out of there with the ball, roaring past this down the sideline. Over to Smith in the corner. He guns it. He's short. Mount Juliet comes out of there with the ball. We are back, and we cut off the fast break, and a shoe has been lost. And I think they're supposed to wait till Nashville Christian regains possession, because if you have the ball, they're not supposed to stop the play there. I won't say that too loudly on the air. 8-3, 3:16 to go here in the first quarter. Eagles lead here on a cold, snowy night, last day of November. Mays Delaverne has just checked in. Ball thrown on the left side. And Mount Juliet with a pass and cut offense still, trying to reverse the ball to the other side. We play pretty good D as the ball is moved around the rim. Mays with good pressure, and now Blake Vinny with the pressure. Gage Smith forces a walk. They did not call it, and they hit a guy wide open, and he missed it. KY roars out of there with it, past the timeline, looking, throws the far corner, and another turnover. We've made quite a few. Gage went for the steal, couldn't quite get it. 2:40 to go, 8-3. And they throw it away. The ball sloppy right now. Ball ahead to Chaston, lays it up, no good. And so we're up and down the court. A little bit ragged, both teams, but first game. Vinny comes out to pick up the ball. And now Mount Juliet tries to catch their breath and set the court. So both teams ready to engage each other. Mount Juliet using a high post player to set a screen on the first back cut, then he steps out. Drive middle, nothing there, and a reaching foul will be called, I believe, on KY, and it will go underneath. Ben Magner checking back into the lineup. He will come for KY Young. We go zone out of bounds. Ball in the corner. Mount Juliet tries to drive the middle. That frees up the gunner for the long three. No good, and a long rebound by Mount Juliet. Ball on top. They move the ball to the left side. Hanging inside, no good, and somehow they're going to call a block on, I believe, Vinny. I thought we were just standing there. It's either a no contact or a no foul or a charge. And so Mount Juliet to the line, and he makes a nice stroke there, 8-4. Checking back in, Tyler Morris for Chase and Dixon. Mount Juliet bringing in another sub who will come in after the made basket, cutting the lead to 3, 8-5. Tyler Morris to inbound against Vinny as Coach Bell is playing a long bench there, and a lot of players getting in early. Here's Gage Smith gunning a long three, bottom. Nails it from the left corner as we swung it nicely. Got an inside screen, and Gage with a nice stroke. Gives us 11-5 to lead. Mount Juliet comes back and bricks one off the backboard. Long rebound goes back out to Mount Juliet. Pass and cut offense. They'll gun a three from outside, no good. Mays Laverne takes it away. It's picked up by Ben Magner. Magner hands to Gage Smith, who sets the court. Gage past the timeline, right side to Tyler Morris. Skips across to Vinny, loses it, gets it back to Gage, wanted it. Stead to Morris. Morris drives, kicks it across to Vinny. We move the ball nicely. He penetrates and almost throws away. Tyler picks it up, looks inside to Magner. Magner fakes, pumps, puts it up there, no good. And Ben on the rebound gets it to Morris. And good job by Coach Bell getting a timeout while Magner was laying on the ground to avoid the 3 seconds. Coach Bell with a great timeout right there. We'll try to get stats at halftime. I don't have a spotter. I've asked Connie Jo Shelton, our president. She was not able to step in. So I'm loaning it until Coach Brothers gets here for the varsity game. But we are making history, our first JV game ever telecast. So to the dozens out there watching, if it's too cold for you to get in or needing to stay away with social distancing, we're glad you're able to join us here. And, of course, hopefully the guys will get to tune in and watch this tomorrow after Andrew Atkins loads it up on YouTube. So we set the inbounds play. We've got a stack. Tyler Morris to inbounds and throws it to Gage in backcourt, who will set the court. 1 minute left first quarter. Eagles up 11-5. Hands to Tyler, who will set a play. To Vinny, Gage. Thinks better of it, gives to Morris out top, fakes back to Gage. Will he gun it? He guns it again, and he is fouled. No, it might have been a foul on the baseline against Ben Magner, who was setting a screen, and the defender ran over Magner. So it was not a foul on Gage's shot. But we retain possession, and we throw it away. We're close to double-digit turnovers here in the first quarter alone. 40 seconds to go. Ball skipped across the side. Magner picks up the dribble. Gage comes out here and picks up the dribble on this side. Clock down to 28 seconds. We lead 11-5, and Magner almost got the steal. Good help by Vinny. Tyler Morris keeping the ball on the side over there, as Coach wants him to do. Vinny picks up the ball, 16 seconds to go. Mount Juliet holding for that last shot, stolen by Morris. Morris driving, 10 seconds. Will he take it all the way? He takes it all the way in. A lot of contact, no call. 4 seconds left. Mount Juliet will try to get a shot off, driving, 2 seconds. The ball is going to go to the baseline, and we recover. And with our first quarter score, National Christian 11, Mount Juliet Academy 5, back in a moment. Ready for second quarter action. Nashville Christian, if you just joined us, leading 11-5. If you're wondering why the girls are not playing and you just joined us, they had to cancel the game because, hopefully just postpone it because they didn't have enough kids. We trapped the ball. Chaston reads it beautifully, drives, layup, good, as we trap the ball at midcourt on 2 fists and shoot the lanes beautifully. We may be trying it again. Let's see. And KY almost gets the steal. That creates a gap from Mount Juliet. No good. Chaston tips it over to Tyler Morris. Throws it long, but the ball got deflected. Another turnover. Mount Juliet takes it inside layup. Good. And it's 13-7. Quickly out of there. Brandon Smith roaring past the timeline on the right. Looks inside. Kevin Bradley from the football team also just checked in, and we throw it away. And a whistle in backcourt and a foul on the reaching Young, I believe. Ball back to Mount Juliet in a 13-7 lead. Mount Juliet in backside court to bring it in as we have gotten a nice steal off the 2-3 zone, and now it looks like we will match up man-to-man. Mount Juliet in their pass and cut offense. And the ball dead. Nice job by Magner. Now we're going to double team it. And the ball is going to be lost, knocked out of bounds by Nashville Christian. And Mount Juliet set to bring it in. Running a 5-man motion. Magner tried to pick up the ball, and he's going to get a shoving foul over on the sideline. So our girls disappointed not getting to play. I believe they're 1-1 this year. Our boys are 1-0. I believe that's right. We'll get all that set for you at the boys game. 13-7. And they throw it away, picked up by Dixon. Dixon, will he drive all the way? Dumps off to Bradley. Bradley lays it up. It is no good. Should use the board. Magner comes out of there with the ball. Gives to KY with the long 3. No good. Dixon, nice board. Puts it up. Good. And he was fouled. Nice job by Dixon keeping it alive on the boards, and puts it up and has another chance for a 3-point play. Dixon, a freshman, will go to the line at 6:42, and we lead 15-7. Mount Juliet checking in. Reserves, and Dixon will go to the line with chance to complete the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Eyes it, guns it, makes it. 16-7, 6:42 to go. First JV game we've ever brought to you, and glad to be giving these young guys some press and some publicity here. Mount Juliet running a 5-man motion, looking for cutters. Brandon Smith picks the ball up nicely in the corner. Ball whipped around out top. Good help by Bradley. Bradley, big man on the thin man. And Ben with a nice steal, picks it up, looking for a cutter. Does he find one? Takes it all the way, lays it up, no good. Tip, good by KY, who follows it up. And a timeout, Mount Juliet Christian. We jump out to an 18-7 lead back in a moment. Mount Juliet set to bring the ball in. And that's Luke Roberson, as we finally do have a roster. And Mount Juliet struggling with the ball in backcourt, and Roberson brings it up, and he's going to be pickpocketed. Stepped out of bounds. Late call. Brandon did step out of bounds. Slaughter had it taken from him. Now they'll set the court with Smith being guarded by Dixon. Back cut is picked up and stolen by Bradley, whose foot was on the line while he was touching the ball, and it goes over or retains possession with Mount Juliet. So bringing the ball in will be Roberson. Change that Smith. Caleb Smith. A lot of Smiths here tonight. And one steals it. Smith drives. Takes all the way in. Left-hand layup. No good off the rim. Slaughter with the ball in backcourt. Double team. The ball deflected. Chasen picks it up. Lays it up. Power. Good! And he was fouled again. Chasen getting several opportunities here with three-point plays. And we jump out to 27 to lead, and 5 wholesale substitutes coming in for the Mount Juliet Saints. Jason Dixon at the line will try to get halftime individual scoring for you. 20-7, Chasten. Isaac guns it, nets it. 21-7, 5:35 to go. We're full court, man-to-man denial. Ball in backcourt. National Christian struggling past, Mount Juliet past the timeline. With the ball is another Smith. They've got 2 and we've got 2, I believe. And we get a good pressure defense over on the side. And Bradley gets the foul. Bradley, a big old football boy. He's out here doing a good job in basketball. Smith guarding the point. He drives it in. Gets into their big guy. Up and under. Nicely made by another Smith. So one of our Smiths brings it past the timeline. They play catch. Gunning. Bottom. Nice shot by Vinny. Blake Vinny with his first basket, and that's a 3. Good way to open his career. 24-9. They take the ball all the way in, lay it up, no good. Bradley gives to KY. KY roaring. Gives to Smith, thinks better of it. Back to Vinny, gives to Dixon. Nice pass to KY, shot good. Nice baseline, 26-9. Nice dump off. And we're in total control. And Brandon Smith's going to get a foul called as we are in really good shape here, and we've got 4 new ones coming in. Gage Smith, along with Mays Delaverne, Tyler Morris, and Ben Magner. Chasen Dixon will stay with this group. 26-9, man-to-man pressure. They look for a backcourt, back cut. Magner picks it up pretty good. Now Tyler Morris gets a nice deflection. Tyler will try to pick the ball up in backcourt. Turns, looks nicely to Chasen Dixon, lays it up, good! Nice defensive play by Morris, and then finding a cutting Dixon, and we jump out to a 19-point lead as we approach the halfway point. Good pressure, and now an official timeout, and let's see what they're going to call here. And the official has stopped play for some reason. They're discussing a previous foul. And I think since no basket was scored, they're able to correct the error and they're going to let Mount Juliet go to the line. Number 1, Jason Linville. Well, they're going to clear the lane, and I'm not sure if this is a technical foul or not. Well, I think they're going to let him shoot a 1-and-1, and then the ball, I'm not sure who will get the ball. I believe we will. He misses the front end of the 1-and-1, and then we'll get the ball inside back court. No, Mount Juliet will get the ball. So they missed that part. Mount Juliet Throw it in. Smith looking for a cutter and throws it away. Dixon steals, takes it down, looks for Magner, fakes. Now he does dump it down to him. Probably should have shot. I think that's what Coach Bell's telling him, taking on up. 28-9, 4:02 to go. Tyler Morris sets the court. Inbounds play, lob to Dixon. Tip is good as he tipped it with one hand. Nice oop and a nice tip by Dixon. 3:50 to go, 30-9 as we're pouring it on now. Mount Juliet Christian in a world of hurt right now. Gage picking up the ball in the corner, does a good job, but we over-deny and we force a walk on the cut. Magner with nice help setting up for the charge, forcing the travel. 30-9, 3:42 to go here in the first half of play. Smith will give to Morris, who will bring it past the timeline. Mount Juliet still in a man-to-man as we go with a baseline and a high post. That's Chase, and he steps out, gives to De Laverne. De Laverne to Dixon. Dixon trying to make something happen. Penetrates, fakes, drifter, no good. Magner tried to get a hand on the ball and did, knocked it off Mount Juliet. We retain possession, baseline out of bounds. 3:24 to go, 30-9, out to a 21-point second quarter lead here on a cold night in Bellevue. Magner seals, but instead we lob in backcourt to Gage Smith, who will bring it up with his mullet haircut. So Gage Smith, Joe Dirt, gets rid of it. Tyler behind his back, kind of a delayed behind the back. And the ball back out here to Dixon on top. Dixon to Morris, they play catch. And now Tyler will set the court. 3 out, make that a 4 out. Gage in the corner wanting it, and they're called Chaston with a travel. 39, 3:02 to go. And now we've got 4 wholesale substitutions coming back in for Nashville Christian. Tyler Morris will stay with this group. So we able to play all 9 of our players extensively here, and that's always a good thing to be able to do in a JV game. Mount Juliet has number 21 gunning that shot up, no good. That's George. Tyler Morris comes out of there with the board, quickly to Brandon Smith. Gives to KY on the right side, backs out, hands to Smith. Smith to set the court. Bradley came to the high post, now he'll settle back down on the baseline. We go to a high-low. KY steps out from the high post, creating a 4 out, and we throw it nicely into him. Bradley picks up a deflected ball to Smith, penetrates to tie-dye inside. The ball deflected away, and Mount Juliet with a nice turnover. Coming past the timeline, 2:20 to go in a 21-point deficit for the Saints. Actually, I feel like we're the Saints also. Tyler Morris putting pressure on a dead ball and pulls it away, rips it out of there, coming past the timeline, takes it up nicely. Good! I don't know how they call the walk. I thought he got shoved from the back. I thought it was a clean layup, but instead it will go to Mount Juliet, and we will apply full court pressure with 2:05 to go. And he walked with the ball but threw it away anyway. Can't walk with it on the baseline. Ball will go underneath to Nashville Christian. And we will set in a inside layup. Good! Nice lob from Tyler Morris to KY, and they're having trouble with that play. Great set there by the Eagles, 32-9. Mount Juliet wounded right now, severely. Drive baseline, hook there, the floater up, no good. Bradley, nice board, outlet to KY. Rolling past the timeline, Morris down the left, takes it all the way, hooks it back over his head, no good. And a injury timeout. Bradley in back court, hopefully has just slightly turned an ankle and nothing bad, I hope. So Bradley will be subbed out, and he'll go down and see the trainer. Hopefully they can take care of that ankle. And he's hobbling, favoring it quite a bit. 32-9, 1:31 to go. Gage Smith putting pressure on the wing, and Brandon Smith nicely deflects the ball out of bounds, and it will be retained by Mount Juliet. 1:25 to go. Checking in for Mount Juliet is Brendan Dunn. Chase Smith to bring the ball in. Looks for Jason Linville out top. No one coming open. In the corner to Smith. Gives the other Smith. Smith shuffled the feet before he made the interior move. So Brandon hands the ball to KY, gives it back to Brandon, and he'll bring it up. Now back to KY up top. Are we holding for one shot? I don't think so. We're just setting the court here. And Smith will gun the three-pointer from the corner, no good. But KY, they can't keep him off the boards. Gets it back, kicks it out to Vinny, and they're going to call 3 seconds. Again, the 3 seconds ends on the shot. I'm not sure where that call comes from. 32-9. Just under a minute to go in the first half. A big lead. And now here's the trap. And Ben Magner comes up the steal to Smith. Smith to Smith. Powers it up. No good. Thought we had a little tandem Smith there. 45 seconds to go. Mount Juliet roaring past the timeline. Nice pickup by Vinny. And Mount Juliet struggling to get good shots right now as we're putting on a lot of man-to-man pressure and doing a good job. Gage trying to keep the man on the sideline. On the side, rather. 30 seconds to go. And Mount Juliet's going to walk with that ball. So we'll have a chance for the last shot of the half, and it's 32-9 Nashville Christian. So KY will set the court, and with 20 seconds to go, he'll hold it. Coach Bell directing traffic and switching up players down to 15 seconds. Gage holds it. They come out to pressure him. Throws it to Smith. Smith inside to Magner. Magner inside nicely. KY fakes, puts it up. Good! 6 seconds left. 5 seconds. We trap him backcourt. 3 seconds. Magner may have a shot with one. He gets it off. No good. But 34-9 after the first half of play. Nashville Christian with an excellent pressure defense, running and hitting the boards, has a big lead over Mount Juliet Christian Saints, and hopefully we'll be back in a few minutes with a few of the stats. Back in a moment. Back on the campus of Nashville Christian, Mike McPherson bringing you the JV broadcast of the game between Nashville Christian and Mount Juliet Christian. If you're wondering why the girls aren't playing, you just joined us late. Mount Juliet Christian did not have enough girls, and that game has been canceled. Hopefully postponed, not canceled. First half's scoring, first of all, for Nashville Christian. Gage Smith, 1 of 1 from the three-point line. Ben Magner has 2. Blake Vinny also has a 3. K.Y. Young with 12, and leading all scorers, Chasen Dixon with 13, many of those on rebounds and getting fouled for a three-point play. For Mount Juliet Christian, Linville has 2, George has 2, and Chase Smith leads their scorers with 5 as we hold them to 9 in a first half rout that Nashville Christian will try to continue to put on here. We'll be bringing you the broadcast 15 minutes after this game of the boys' action. It'll be the first district game, and our boys will be seeking to go 1-0. So Blake Vinny set to bring the ball in, and Tyler Morris sets the court. Morris lobs over to, actually it's for Gage, and Magner intercepted it, takes it baseline, lays it up, didn't get it up high enough, and the foul on Magner as he ripped it away, but he got the foul called on the rebound. Good hustle. He made a nice drive, not quite enough touch on the ball as he laid it up. So Linville will bring the ball up for Mount Juliet Christian, and we come up to midcourt to pick up man-to-man, 7:48. We've just started action here in the third canto. Jason Linville coming past the timeline. Mount Juliet has the ball stolen by Gage Smith, and his pinch defense created a walk, so nice job there by Gage, and Gage will send it to Tyler Morris, who sets the court. Morris, as they whip it around. Gage in the corner, he guns it off a bit. Magner rebounding and getting a nice tie-up, and the ball will go to Mount Juliet. Nice hustle by Magner there. He's a strong kid. 34-9, 7:30 to go here in the third quarter. Just started action, second half, and we're up big already, 34-9. Mount Juliet gunning, long one from the left side. That shot is no good. Magner ripping out of there. Stops, walked with the ball, trying to do a European step, and got a little tripped up there and couldn't get the ball off in time. Mount Juliet Christian, number 21, Drake George, looking at full court pressure or half court pressure. Lobs the ball out of bounds. Good pressure by Nashville Christian. Chasten Dixon doing a good job, and Ben Magner defending down in the corner. Morris to bring it up at the 7-minute mark. Approaching right now, and we set the court. Gage looking and struggling with the ball on the sideline because he was fouled and pushed. And we will inbound it at our bench. Gage looks for Tyler Morris, hands to him to set the court. Dixon at the high post pops out to midcourt. We whip it around to Vinny. Vinny looking, waiting inside the Magner. Powers lays it up. It's deflected. Gage almost tipped it in. Ball got deflected. Mount Juliet comes out of there with the ball. Drake George with it. Hands in backcourt to Linville. Pass in the corner. Ball inside to Smith. Back to number 45. That's, I believe, Scudder. They're strung along the baseline. Linville steals it, hands to Magner. Magner will give as he comes in front court. No, he's going to take it all the way. Floats it up there. No good off the board. Mount Juliet comes out of there with the ball. Linville past the timeline. Pressure against Morris. Ball to Smith. He's going to try to left-hand it there. Magner cuts him off. Ball in the corner, picked up nicely by Smith. And they need to back cut. Nobody helping him out. They finally get the ball on top. Nice switch there as we belly button a little too much as Tyler pops a little bit there with the waist. And we lead 34-9. Mount Juliet with the ball out of bounds on the side. Vinny picking it up there, looking for a cutter. Mount Juliet finally gets one in Linville. Linville is going to stumble, lose it. Here comes Magner, takes it, stops, powers, fake layup, good! Nice shot by Magner. That's the first points by either team right now. Magner gets us on the board. Mount Juliet fires along with no good. Magner with another board. He's fouled in backcourt on a double team as we started running with the ball, and Ben gets double teamed. 36-9. Nashville Christian, Tyler Morris to bring the ball up. And he'll walk it past the timeline at the 5.5-minute mark. Sets the court. Chaston at the high post and curls out top. Devini in the corner as we're kind of in a 4-out and a high post. Gage will gun right side bottom. Gage with 3. And it's 39-9 as Gage with his second three-pointer. And he's got 6. Mount Juliet Christian on top with the ball, being guarded as we go back to a zone defense this time. And the ball in the corner, Tyler Morris. Ben comes out there to pick it up. They're going to gun a long 3. This shot this time is no good. Picked up by Chaston Dixon. Come roaring out of there with the ball. Gets to Tyler Morris. Takes it, lays it up. Good by Morris. Nice feed there by Dixon. Tyler Morris with his first 2. And we go up 41-9 in a timeout. We'll take a brief timeout also with the score. Nashville Christian in a rout here on Bell Road, 41-9. Back in just a moment. Ready to resume play. Nashville Christian goes back on defense after jumping out here to a 41-9 lead, as we have really made things miserable for the Saints. And we trap the ball, and they're going to call a foul on a reaching Gage Smith as he reached on the trap there. So Mount Juliet Christian will be bringing the ball in, and we come out to trap again, and Mount Juliet trying to whip the ball around the top of the circle. And they're just having a tough time finding anything as we're moving nicely on our 2-3 zone. And finally they gun a long 3, no good. Bradley there with a nice board, throws it long to Smith. He'll gun a 3, off. Gage gets it back though. Nice pass inside of Dixon, no good. And gets it the second time, it's deflected out of bounds. Nice hustle by Gage Smith on recovering his missed 3-pointer. Now Vinny will bring the ball in. Looks for Bradley. Instead we lob to Dixon. Dixon takes it, lays it up again. They still can't stop that. Jason Dixon laying it up his first 2 of this half. He's got 15 on the night. 43-9 in a blowout here, and we've still got a quarter and a half to go. Mount Juliet frees up the long-range gun, and it's made good by Caleb Smith. Nice stroke there for their first 3 and first points of the second half. Chasen walks it up, and we're down to 1 man on the bench. We've sent the other guys ready for the varsity game, so we've got 6 guys. Bradley takes the ball inside, takes it up, no good, gets it back, lays it up, good. Nice recovery by Bradley, gets his first 2, and Nashville Christian goes up 45-12. 3:15 to go. As we close out nicely on the perimeter with our zone. Vinny, good job there. Mount Juliet whips the ball around to the right side in a 45-12 deficit. Ball from the high post to the baseline, nothing there. They'll gun a three. That ball is going to be aired and will go to the Eagles. And the clock is running, thankfully. Magner will check in. We have 7 total, so Vinny and Tyler Morris are on the bench. So we have a total of 7 now. We've sent a few to the locker room, I guess 2 to the locker room to get ready for the varsity game. That's Brandon Smith. There's one of them inside, ball thrown away. And that's KY and Brandon Smith have left us to get ready, rested up for the varsity game. So we got 7 guys right now. And at our ball on the baseline, 45-12 in our first ever JV basketball action that we're bringing you on the broadcast. Gage gets the ball in backcourt, and we go at the 2-minute mark right now. And a long gunner by Mays. Did he make it? No good. Magner gets a hand on the rebound, but it's taken away by Mount Juliet. Scudder gives the ball over to Linville, who comes past the timeline. Ball inside. Double team there. Not much. Mount Juliet tries to drive in. Good cut off by Magner as we're putting a lot of pressure on that perimeter. Mount Juliet having a tough guy. Getting away. Gage, pickpocket. Breaks his leg with the crossover and fouled hard and will go in for the layup and gets knocked down, but will take 2 free tosses at the line. And we need to see if we can keep that clock running here. It's 45-12. And Gage Smith, who on the night has 6 points, will look for number 7 with 2 tosses. He eyes it, guns it off the back rim. So our guys will be playing their way into shape tonight. Just 2 more, get 2 guys on the bench right now. Gage guns it and strokes it. Gage has 7 on the night. Mount Juliet past the timeline. Right side, and they're not able to get the ball off. A lot of times they're just struggling with some of their passes, and they're going to try to gun one here. Linville with the long one, rims out, no good. Chasen Dixon, who's ruled the boards tonight, roars past the timeline, pulls up, gets to De La Verne from 3, no good. Magner, nice work on the boards, takes the ball out to the corner. Back to Gage, swings it around to Dixon. Dixon back to Gage. Will he gun a college 3? He does. Bottom. Gage with 10. He's got 3 threes on the night. That was from college range. 45 seconds left and ticking, third quarter in a 49-12 blowout. Mount Juliet whips the ball around. Gunning a long one is Edgerton, and it's good for their second basket of the half. They've only got 6 for the second half. 30 seconds to go as we spread the court to go for 1. Dixon holds the ball out top. Bradley out here. I think Bradley wants to take that for a 3. I kind of wish he'd take it from there. Dixon left side. We whip it all the way to De La Verne from the corner with 12 seconds. Shot the ball a little early. Need to hold it a little bit longer. 8 seconds to go. Mount Juliet trying to get a last second shot off. Down to 6 seconds. They kick to the corner, and he loses it out of bounds. And we lost about a second there off the clock. We had about 3 seconds. So let's see if we can get a shot off at 2.4. Dixon. The guys were working on midcourt shots just right before this game. And Dixon's going to get 1 dribble. Takes it, launches, no good. And he had time to dribble there a little bit. But we're going to take a 49-15 lead to the quarter. And I've just been joined in the booth by head football coach Jeffrey Brothers. Coach Brothers, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. And people don't really call me Jeffrey unless they're fussing at me. That would be my mother or my high school coach. Yeah.
Right, yeah. And I've never called you Jeffrey either.
No, but thank you for that.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I feel like I'm in trouble.
Well, I could have used you 3 quarters ago, but glad you joined us here. And we're doing the JV game for free.
Yep.
So
I was planning on the varsity game all along, and I'm happy to be back in the booth with you again this year.
Right.
Wish it was a little bit later on, but we'll take it. And I'm excited to see our guys play. I've heard a lot of good things about how things are going with
they're looking
our new coach, Dustin Patton, and the boys are excited about the season.
They're doing well, and we'll talk a little bit more about football when we come on with the broadcast of the varsity game and how we finished up there, and a little bit about the upcoming season here in basketball with new coach Dustin Patton. 49-15, our guys in a rout. We've got 8 minutes left, and then we'll be getting ready for the varsity game. Magner, short corner. Nice bounce across to Gage, who takes it in for a floater off the board. No good. Vinny picks up a long rebound. He'll give it to Gage. He's going to gun again. He's feeling it, but didn't get that one. Magner with another board. He's really hitting the boards hard. Gets the ball out to Morris. Our guys are winning every battle at every phase of the game. Dixon's going to gun a three. He is going to be no. Magner once again lays it up. Good on the follow-up. Magner gets his 6 point.
Just looks like a physically outmatching the guys from Mount Juliet Christian. Coach, just our junior varsity guys just have a little more size and strength, a little more athleticism, and it certainly shows on both ends.
In every phase of the game, Vinny comes out of there with it to Morris, cross court. Smith to Dixon. Dixon gives to Vinny. He wants to gun that corner shot. No good, but he gets his own board, pounds it, loops up to Magner. Magner fakes, takes it up, and they're going to call a foul. So Magner, Coach, has just ruled the glass tonight.
Well, it's about being in the right position, getting a body on the opponent and, getting low, doing a good job boxing out. And, that time just who wants the ball more, and Ben does a good job getting in there and fighting for it. And getting a lot of work on free throws tonight on those putback attempts.
Mays Delaverne checking in for Gage Smith. Magner has 6 on the night. First one off the back rim. Eyes it, guns it, twines it. He's got 7. Mount Juliet will come into front court, needing a basket badly, and they're going to gun along when it's going to be aired, and Tyler Morris will come out of there with it. Tyler, outstanding secondary player and kicker for Nashville Christian's football team, and we throw that ball away. Magner with nice hustle, trying to strip it from behind, but we'll get the foul. And
one of those frustration fouls, Coach. He's the one that lost the handle, got the possession back to Mount Juliet Christian, and you see that a lot. Guys just trailing behind and just raking through there and picking up a cheap foul.
Right. And, Coach, fortunately, the clock is running in the mercy rule here, which is one of the best rules that the TSAA has ever come up with.
Well, it benefits both teams because at this point, Mount Juliet Christian is just trying to get a few things done, but ultimately, get out of here with the experience, and then we're trying to do the same, trying to keep people from getting hurt. The longer you play and the longer it gets out of control, the more guys are just relaxed and they're not really focused on their footwork or their technique, and that's when things get sloppy and then, potential for somebody getting injured as well.
Yeah, right. If we're down, if I'm down 20, I want to just keep playing, but at this point you want to kind of get out of here.
Right.
And with 5 minutes to go, Mount Juliet guns along 3. Chasen Dixon, nobody can match up with him out there. Roars past the timeline and probably should have kept it. Morris was slashing nicely to the goal, but it wasn't there.
Well, and that's, again, one of those things when you're up like this, you tend to do something a little bit more free-willed than you normally would. You'd like to see him maybe cross that over and go up with his left hand and finish that, just to work on those moves.
Right.
But he's a young guy, and he's feeling like, this would be an opportunity to do something kind of unique, and he tried it, and it just didn't work.
We lose the ball in the corner, and it will be retained, or the ball will be regained by Mount Juliet Christian. And they are in a 52-15 hole as we just match up physically. We match, well, they don't match up with us at any position
we
right now.
We outmatch them physically.
Skill-wise and strength-wise. Mount Juliet turns in the lane, no good. The ball is going to be deflected out of bounds, and it will be staying with the Saints. Clock now under 4 minutes, so we're bringing you the historic first ever televised JV game. So it's great to be a part of history, Coach.
Certainly exciting.
Mays Delaverne comes out of there with the steal behind the back.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Brings it back out of there, gives to
Showing
Gage.
some handles there, Coach.
Gage gives to Magner. Magner fakes, spins, nothing there. Back to Gage, thought better of it.
Here we
Bradley,
go.
will he gun it? He will, and there's a lot of air there. Mays tries to save it on the baseline. And Bradley, as soon as he saw it, got it, saw it, aired it.
A little too open. Kind of got the alligator arm on the three-pointer.
The air conditioning came on and blew the ball back. And the ball out to Bradley. Oh, nice crossover, left side Gage.
Step back crossover.
To Mays Delaverne, who guns the 3. and makes it. De La Verne.
Good shot by Mays, shooting with confidence, for a guy that's young guy out there, first experience this year in high school action, and he's not afraid.
I've got him with 3. Did he make it one earlier? I think that's his first basket, I believe.
I'm not sure.
55-15, Mount Juliet struggling to get a shot off. As we've shot well from the three-point range, Mount Juliet will gun along when this time it's going to roll off no good. They'll struggle on the baseline but come out of there with it. And Magner, who's really been everywhere, deflects the ball out of bounds. So our clock running, fortunately, down toward 2 minutes. We lead 55-15. Mount Juliet will take a long 3, and no good. Smith out there to Magner. Magner coming past the timeline, takes it all the way. He is fouled hard and will go to the line with 2 minutes left. And so by the time we get these shots off, we'll be down about a minute and a half. So Magner at the line, he's got 7 on the night, and he'll eye the mark, guns it, and comes up short. Last time he missed his first and made his second. Let's see what he does here, and not quite there. Vinny knocks the ball out of bounds. It'll be baseline out of bounds to the Saints as the clock now ticks under a minute and a half, as we will go away with a blowout win here in our first JV game.
And, Coach, I don't know if you've mentioned it yet or not, but before we go to break right here, Coach Bell, Stedman Bell, stepping up from middle school last year to now coach high school ball and help with the JV squad, doing a great job. Obviously has these guys organized and playing well, and just want to give a little shout out and a congratulations to Coach Bell. Does a great job for us on the football squad, the high school team, and the middle school team.
And he's had a good rotation. Here's Vinny gunning the 3. Bottom. Vinny with his second 3. He's got 6. And as Coach Brothers was saying, Coach Bell's done a good job getting everybody in equal playing time. Has had a good rotation and good combination of players out there. Nashville Christian trying to get the ball back on their 2-3 zone, and making the ball, the shot on the baseline is Edgerton Good, and that's his 5th. And now they're going to steal it. Gets it back. Floater is going to be good, and he was fouled. And so nice play there by Dunn to get his first 2. And this will be the last shot of the game as the clock continues to run. Now they're going to stop it with 16 seconds left to give him a chance to complete a 3-point play, and we'll get one last possession. Now they're running the clock, and he misses it.
Yeah,
this is it. Magner, 10 seconds to go. Pounding past the timeline, 8 seconds. He's going to kick out to Bradley, who wanted the 3, was set up for it. And he is looking at Magner like I was ready to gun it. And that's going to be our ball game, 58-19. Real quickly before we sign off, Gage Smith had 10, Chasten Dixon 15, KY with 12, Tyler Morris 2, Mays De La Verne with 3, Blake Vinny with 6, Ben Magner with 7, and Big Kevin Bradley with 2 for our opening win. And Coach Brothers and I will be back in a few moments with the varsity game. Thank you for listening in on this, the Nashville Christian Broadcast Network.